deserve to want what we want from life. You've got one life. Why can't you just go out there and get what you want? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you've worked so hard on yourself and you've become such a, like, developed man or woman, why should you settle for less? And not only that, there's a lot of, like, you're like this, you're like this, you're like... Why can't we just, like, be gentle with people? Why can't we say, actually, I understand your point of view, but it's not aligned with mine? And that's okay. Like, you can want someone who's really, like, loving, and then you can also be someone who wants their space. Like, it doesn't mean, like, I'm in the right and you're in the wrong, or you're in the right and I'm in the wrong. Like, this, it's always like an ego battle and power and control, which is so, like, it's damaging. Hi Nikki, how are you? Leave it in Allah. Trust me, like, this is what I was saying earlier. Like, I feel like as humans, there's certain things we can't forget. Like, when someone hurts us, like, literally, like, I couldn't let go of someone that's cheated on me. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't be with someone who's cheated on me. Like, the slightest thing out of line, it will put me off, and it will eat me up to the point where it would just be so toxic that everything that they do, it will remind me of them. So yeah, I don't feel like anyone should kind of settle for anyone who's cheated on them either. And I feel like if someone's put you in a position where they feel like they can lose you, they've shown you how much they respect you. So like I say to everyone that I come across, if you moved like that, you'd moved like that because you felt it was right to you. And even if it was selfish, alhamdulillah, like, I'd rather you be the one that got what you wanted and me to suffer. Like that, I don't have to live my life in guilt, like I've done something bad. But then it's sad where people, like, portray you to be someone you're not, you know? Because you could have the most purest intentions, but the character that you live in their life, in their story, like, they want you to be that bad person. Am I looking at the words of Say? Trust me. The late night talks. I've got 2 minutes before 12. Oh my God. So it's like, I see it from, like, all perspectives, and I feel like if you have people around you who are, like, putting other people down, just say to yourself, is this the type of people I want to be around? Like, look how they're talking about this person. Like, for me, I'm trying to become to that level where if people have hurt me, I'm not doing any backbiting. And it just shows, like, how religion is so pure as well. Like, how backbiting, someone can backbite you, and if you don't retaliate to their level, you get rewarded for it. Imagine that. Like, it's just crazy, isn't it? So I feel like in a world where there's a lot of, like, jealousy and envy, and people will, like, they're just looking to say something negative in most cases. I feel like there's more negative than positive in the world. Like, more, I just feel like, because it's very hard to find people that have worked on themselves, because I feel like it's easier for people to judge others. Do you know what I mean? Whereas me, I'm just trying to understand people, man. And then I feel like I tried to understand so much to the point where it drains me. And it's like, I'm trying to grow into this person of, like, do you know what? I've tried to understand you, but it's just accepting that not everyone's going to be your cup of tea. Like, that acceptance is hard when you genuinely care. So yeah, if you're listening out there, and it's hard because, you know that quote I always bring up, you could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink the water. It's like, there's only so much you can say to people. You can, like, pour your heart out, you could tell them, like, how you're feeling and your intentions, but only Allah knows. Like, they can paint a picture of you in their own little world. Do you know what I mean? Their world might be complete fantasy, it might be complete lie, or it might be their truth. And then your perception of the world, it might be true to you, and that's where everything just conflicts, man. It's just like, you got to really find people that kind of resonate to you. And I'm talking about not the people that feed your ego, not the people that feed your temptations, not the people that feed your, I don't know, people that kind of, like, that hit your heart, you know? Yeah, I need to go to bed. 100% only love here. They don't care. Let's see your nails. So can you fear God together? You need a real God-fearing man. But I feel like even with that, yeah, it's so hard, because it's like, I feel like there's been a lot of misinterpretation and how do I say this? Like, I always say that Islam is perfect, but Muslims aren't, you know? And I feel like someone could be God-fearing but can also judge you for not being where you're meant to be yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's complicated, man, because it's like there's so many factors to take into consideration. Like, there's religion, there's faith, there's lifestyle, there's mindset, there's attachment styles. Like, there's so many things, and I feel like this is why like divorce rates are so high. I think you got to really like carefully get to know people, and also I used to be a type of person who feel like I could save people. Like, I don't know who I thought I was. And I think that's probably why life has kind of like drained me over the years, and I tend to isolate a little bit because I get overwhelmed with things sometimes. And that's why I feel like people don't realize how a helping hand can go such a long way. Like, compliment people, tell people you love them, because from the outside perspective, like, you can't tell what a person's going through, man. Like, I feel like I get misjudged a lot. I've had it my whole life, so I'm kind of like used to it now. But I'm so glad, like, since I've started these lives and I've been like just sitting here like speaking openly, I feel like people, I'm like what's the word, I'm like a figure to people that, I don't know, who can't speak out, you know, that get misjudged. Like, even my mum says it. She goes, say, like, celebrities get hate on a daily basis, but on a like even bigger, like what's the word, even bigger scale. So it's like, it's a shame, isn't it, how like you can speak like this, but you can only enter the hearts of some people. And that's why I feel like that's where like religion comes into it, because if you pray for people you can't enter their heart, then inshallah one day like God will show them the truth and know that your intentions were pure, and to forgive you. And not only would it, I don't know, help you, it will help them as well. Yeah, I would just say it is, you are just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thanks. A lot of reward in being patient, there is. Call that jealousy, real talk. When are you going to start Salah? I pray 1-2 times a day at the moment. I'm slowly trying to increase it. Oh, thank you, Nikki, I appreciate you. You see my comments. I'm behind on the comments. Are you really emojis? I'm not, no. From Love is Blind, love listening to you. You remind me that there's still good in the world. I appreciate Erin, man. Yeah, man, I'm just another Quran quote is, Allah is the best of planners. So just know, like, whatever you're going through, like, God has a plan. If you're not a religious person, like, I don't force religion onto anyone. I haven't always been religious, and I'm not where I want to be. And there's certain things that are just like taking a bit longer than I expected, but it is what it is. You can't force it, and I think in the right time in it. So just know that, like, you're destined for great things. I genuinely believe, like, every single person in this world, even the bad people that come and they give me hateful comments, even though I block them, like, I will never walk away. Thanks, Danny. I will never walk away thinking they don't deserve happiness, they don't deserve love. It's sad, isn't it? Because when I think about like humans and adults, and I look at them and I think they were once a child. Like, when I see children, I think, rah, they're so pure, like, they're so innocent, they're so like adorable. They have needs that need to be met, you know, they need to be cared for. And it's like, as you get older, that's all we really want, isn't it? To have genuine love, to have someone who would show up for us. Or, oh, Danny, thank you, you're the chloral guy or girl. Who are you, girl, guy? Or you don't have to tell me. Her heart is more beautiful, thank you. But do you know what's crazy? Like, everyone's got a different perception of me in their heads, and it's like, the old me used to like really try to like prove to people my worth, like, this, like, why are you painting me to be this person? I'm not this person. Like, and then as I've grown older, I've just kind of like, because I've got faith now, it's kind of like, well, they are going to think what they're going to think. And if I can pray for them to just, there's an Arabic quote that says, like, if you see something along the lines of, like, your heart is a reflection of, like, beauty. Like, it's like beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So if you see things in a, like, beautiful way, it's a reflection of your heart. And I think, to me, that resonates more than just, like, seeing the world in a beautiful perspective. Do you know what I mean? Because not everything is beautiful in the world, but if you grow to become patient and understanding with people, and that doesn't mean to accept, like,